Hey, how's it going? I'm back with another video. So today I opened up Android Central and I seen this story right here. Shout out to Mohammed Jarir Kanji. Google was allegedly collecting millions of Americans' healthcare data. So I was like, let me see what could they be talking about. So Google has reportedly been siphoning data from Ascension since last year. The data shared includes lab results, diagnosis, hospital records, and personal information. Patients are not informed of the data sharing agreement, though Google claims the initiative is fully compliant with federal law. Before I go any further, let me say something. All right, we know just because something is a law doesn't mean it's ethical, okay? People know that about governments, all right? Look throughout history what governments have done and what governments have claimed is ethical or was ethical, all right? So we should know better. So for Google to do that, I don't know, that does not give me or a lot of people a warm and fuzzy feeling. But anyway, after I read this story here on Android Central, I was like, let me see what's going on here. So I went and I Googled it out. I typed in Google Ascension, oops. And, well, Google's Project Nightingale. I was like, Project Nightingale? It says it right there, Wall Street Journal. So I tapped on it, and this story came out 5 hours ago. And I'm greeted with this, okay? So now there's a Project Nightingale from Google. And, here we go. Let me get rid of that. All right. So, and then the headline is horrible. It's gathering personal health data on millions of Americans. So real quick, so say you're using an iPhone and you don't have any Google apps, you think you're safe. But there you are in the hospital with your iPhone. And Google, it has nothing to do with an iPhone, but let's just say you're not you don't use any Google apps, you only use an iPhone and you think you're safe. Well, you go to the hospital and here we go. All this is happening. Google's taking all of your information, or your health information, and they're having the nerve to say, oh, it's HIPAA compliant. Yeah, that would be like, like some of you out there with a security clearance, right? Let's say you get somebody out there with a secret security clearance, and all of a sudden you're just going and you're collecting people's healthcare information. And you're going to tell everybody, oh, it's okay, I have a security clearance and I'm abiding by HIPAA. But that's beside the point. The point is you still have my information. All right? It's like the police going and doing it. It's like, no, you have to have a warrant to get information. So I read this and, the initiative, codenamed Project Nightingale, appears to be the biggest effort yet by a Silicon Valley giant to gain a toehold in the healthcare industry through the handling of patients' medical data. Geez, Google began Project Nightingale in secret last year with St. Louis-based Ascension, a Catholic chain of 2,600 hospitals, doctors' offices, and other facilities, with the data sharing accelerating since seminar, according to internal documents. Data involved in the initiative encompass lab results, doctor diagnosis, hospitalization records, blah, blah. All right, so paging nurse Google. The tech giant is teaming with Ascension. How Project Nightingale uses data. Look at this. I want you all to see this right here. So the patient checks into the hospital's doctor office or senior care. Data is shared. Data shared includes your name, date of birth, address, your family members, allergies, and immunizations. Let's stop right there. This is information that you thought was private, but you went to a hospital and Google was there taking your information. All right, radiology scans. I'm not going to go any further. Long story short, people, if you want to read up on this, just type in go to any web browser you like, type in Google Ascension, and you will see all of this. And, just a second ago, all these people were telling us, oh, don't worry about Google buying Fitbit. We're fine. They're not going to do nothing. Well, it goes even further. So, yeah, Google is saying that they're abiding by federal law and they're abiding by HIPAA. But the point is, did you want Google to have your medical information to begin with? They can say, oh, no, we don't. It's anonymous. It's anonymized. Is it? How do you know? Because they said, let me tell you something. Even criminal syndicates say they are doing nothing wrong. Even criminals claim they are doing nothing wrong. All right, so yeah. And by the way, yeah, you can go and use an iPhone because you think you might be getting away from Google. But guess what? Even if you went to the hospital, and you just anyway. I just wanted to bring this up. I mean, you really want your privacy to be respected. You would never expect something as innocent as a doctor visit for Google to have their hands in it. But there they are, collecting your most private and intimate details about you. Oh, but it's anonymous. They don't know who you are, even though the cameras going into the hospital recorded you, even though all your text messages, your emails, you all get where I'm coming from, right? Your Gmail, maybe that's how you got your doctor appointment, your text message, your phone call. Come on. We all know that Google knows exactly who you are and all of this. And this isn't even tinfoil hat anymore. All right. And let's see what else. There was another story here, other story on Android Central. And healthcare data is big money, and seeing Google involved shouldn't surprise you. Now, I don't even like the way that's written, okay? Because it's almost like, oh, it's okay. It shouldn't surprise you. But no, if you read into it, it does surprise. It is. They're being, they're on it. All right. But they're describing exactly what's going on in a very non-dramatic way. So shout out to Android Central for that. Okay. And they're just saying, once again, I find data collection, handling, and storage fascinating. I also spend a lot of time in a doctor's office and read everything before I sign it. That probably explains why I know that this happens every day. But the thing is, you had no idea that Google was doing it. All right. So shout out to Android Central. This is Jerry Hildenbrand's article. If y'all want to go to Android Central and read more about these articles that I'm pointing out, you can do that. Or if you want to come over here and go to the Wall Street Journal and read there, you can do that. All right. So anyway, that's going to be for this video. All right. Catch you all in the next one.